Welcome to the Lifetime Assembly channel. My name is Isaac, and today I'm going to help you assemble your bolt-down Mammoth lift basketball system with a 54-inch tempered glass backboard. Before we get started, make sure the model number of your system is listed in the description below. This video will follow the steps outlined in the assembly manual that comes with your system. So if you've already begun and need help on a specific step, check the description below for a timestamp associated with each step. There's steps in this assembly that require 3 people, so make sure you have at least 2 other adults available to help. Before we get into the assembly process, let's take a look at the tools you'll need to complete the job. You may want to pause the video now so you can gather the supplies shown on the screen. You'll also need additional tools to prepare an area to anchor your basketball system, so refer to your manual to see what other supplies are needed. This video is meant to be a companion to the assembly manual and not a direct replacement. For the best results, make sure to have the manual on hand as you complete the build. It is also crucial that you refer to the assembly manual to review the safety instructions of this build to prevent serious injury or property damage. All right, let's get started. This section will go over how to prepare an area for your anchoring kit. Since we're inside, we're not going to be able to do that, but it's important that you do. So refer to your manual in section 1 on the instructions how to prepare an area for your anchoring kit. For the purpose of this video, we'll be using this conversion plate as our anchor kit. Lay the bottom pole down so these gussets are facing up. Then slide the top pole onto the bottom pole, making sure that these small holes are also facing up. Before continuing, make sure that you do the previous step properly. Otherwise, it will be extremely difficult to separate the poles after the next step. We're going to seat the 2 poles together by striking the bottom pole on a piece of scrap wood or cardboard 5 or 6 times. You will have to use some force, so mind your toes. It's important that you complete this step, otherwise your poles could separate during use, causing serious injury or property damage. Secure the 2 poles together by inserting the self-tapping screws into these 2 holes. These screws are designed to go through the metal. Take 2 threaded tubes and add a bolt and a washer onto one of the ends. Orient the pole so the gussets are facing up. Then slide your lower extension arms onto the pole, making sure it's oriented like this. Line up these holes in the lower extension arm with these holes in the pole, then add your hardware. The spacers go in between the lower extension arms and the pole. Insert the hardware into this hole just above. The upper extension arms have a long flat end and a short flat end. Make sure you're attaching the long end onto these holes on the pole. Also, make sure that your upper extension arms are oriented like this. Take the threaded tube labeled HFK that also measures 4.5 inches and add a bolt and a washer to one end. With the lifetime logo facing up, line up the holes in the bottom of the handle with the holes in the pole and then secure the hardware. The spacers go in between the handle and the pole. Slide the pin cover over the clevis, oriented like this. Take your bolt and add a spacer to each one. Then insert the bolts into these holes on the front side of the pole. Add the sleeves. Then your pole bracket oriented like this. Then secure with the nuts. If the cover comes off the gas spring, make sure it's oriented like this. Line up the holes in the gas spring and cover with the holes in the bracket, then secure the hardware. You may need to twist the other end of the gas spring so it's oriented like this. Take the threaded tube labeled GDM that measures just over 6.5 inches and add a bolt and a washer to one end. Place the end of the lifter arms with one hole in between the bracket and the lower extension arms and secure the hardware. Line up the hole in the actuator with the holes in the end of the clevis. Then add your pin. Then slide the cover over. Take the two threaded tubes labeled GDZ that measure just over 1.5 inches and add a bolt and a washer to one end. Line up the holes at the bottom of the lifter arms with the holes in the handle, You may need the help of another person to lift the system. Once the holes line up, secure the hardware from the previous step. Take the threaded tube labeled GDX, which measures 6 1/4 inches, and add a bolt and a washer to one end. Insert the hardware going through the lifter arm and gas spring, making sure to add a spacer in between. Place the rim impact spacer with the large holes on top into this location on the backboard. Add the rim housing on top of the impact spacer, adding hardware in the bottom holes and only finger tighten for now. Add your hardware to the top holes, making sure that the rim adapter plate is on the back. Only finger tighten this hardware for now. Place the eye bolt in this location on the rim and secure the rim pin. Place the rim in the housing, making sure that the eye bolt is oriented like this. Then add your hardware, making sure that the spacers are in between the housing and the rim. Place the spring holder on the eye bolt like this and line up these holes and add your hardware. Add the bolt from inside going out, making sure the spacer is between the holder and the housing. Then go back and tighten the hardware on the housing. Add the spring onto the eye bolt. Then place a washer with 2 nuts. Now go back and tighten the remaining hardware. Once the hardware is tight, add your rim cover plate oriented like this. With the help of another person, lift the system and attach the lower extension arms onto these holes in the backboard. Be careful not to rest the arms on the glass. While someone lifts the pole, line up the holes in the upper extension arms with a hole in the backboard and secure the hardware. Before continuing on to the next step, make sure that your concrete has had at least 72 hours to cure. First, add your star washers onto your J-bolts. Next, adjust your system to its lowest height setting. With the help of at least 2 other adults, position your system so these holes line up with the bolts closest to the playing surface. Lift the system onto the J-bolts, being careful not to damage the threads. While two people hold the system, place level on the face and the side of the backboard to make sure it's level. If your system isn't level, to adjust it, you may have to tighten or loosen some of these hex nuts. Once your system is level and all the hardware is tightened, add your plastic caps. With the help of another person, raise your system so the rim is 10 feet above the playing surface. Then add your height adjustment sticker just below the cover of the gas spring. Then attach the net, throwing the large loops onto the hooks. Thank you for watching this video on how to assemble your lifetime bolt-down Mammoth lift basketball system with a 54-inch tempered glass backboard. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up. For more content like this, subscribe to our channel. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to our customer service department. And for other amazing products, check out lifetime.com.